In all of my childhood's life, I want to be the Yellow Ranger. I've said that maybe because of the ethnicity, but regardless of that, Yellow Ranger is the best. But throughout this movie, I noticed that I can't really focus on the Yellow Ranger, or all of the Rangers for that matter. I mean, not the storyline, not the villain, not the characters. I wonder why. Oh! You want some? There's chocolate on my camera. Good morning, afternoon, evening everyone. Hi, my name is Myra and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry, I'm just having so much fun eating donut while filming this video. And to understand what I'm doing in my opening, you should really watch the movie first. And for those of you who are already subscribed to me, I thank you very much. But don't forget, for those of you who hasn't subscribed or already subscribed, to click the bell button to make sure that you get my new videos every time I upload them. So, Power Rangers. Who doesn't know them? They decorate most of my childhood with being the most courageous, badass superhero team that I've ever seen. Besides Sailor Moon, of course. And I know from the very beginning that I am not the girliest girl, so maybe that's one of the reasons why I want to be the Yellow Ranger. You know, besides the other reasons I've mentioned in the past. But this movie is nothing like the series, and once I'm done telling you about the preview, maybe I can elaborate more on what's different. So here we go. Still have chocolate on my hand, by the way. This tastes really good. The movie starts, if I'm not mistaken, with a background story on how Zordon crash landed on Earth and ends up having to wait for the new Power Rangers to help him protect something. I am very sorry for this obscure start. I really didn't get to see it. But what I did see is what happened afterwards. When the Red Ranger, which is Jason Scott, if I'm not mistaken, is involved with a prank, one which failed miserably and led him to deal with the tension and the police. And this is the beginning of the background story for basically every Ranger. After Jason, there's Kimberly, who got shunned by her friends because of a scandal, and there's Billy, who is a kid in the autistic spectrum and kind of OCD, but really smart and adorable. Of course, that makes him a target for bullies. The Yellow Ranger and the Black Ranger came out last, but together they stumble upon glowing coins that will eventually give them the power for them to be the Power Rangers. The movie progressed on with them training together, figure out how to morph, and eventually have to face a nemesis, which is Rita Repulsa, a former Power Ranger who wants to, as you might have guessed, take over the world and stuff. Then there's Megazord and Alpha and Zordon, and strange enough, there's Krispy Kreme. Now, moving on to my first reaction. I love how the cast of this movie is much more diverse, especially with the Rangers. I also love how all of them have decent backgrounds, which were told in detailed manner, even though some are much more detailed than the others. The Red and Pink Ranger has the most background, followed by Blue and then Black and Yellow. It's so much more relatable than just having these 5 teenagers met and then suddenly gaining power and be able to do some good. It just makes more sense this way. I also love how Zordon's backstory is told and how we can know that they have their own vulnerabilities. For instance, Zordon actually doubted the Rangers' abilities at first and decided to use their power to bring himself back to life. And he wasn't as wise as I thought he would be. The Rangers had to figure out a lot of things on their own before Zordon become their advisor. But it makes the story more real and easy to understand, not only full of superhero stuff and being good and all that. However, I do have a few things that I want to criticize about this movie. First of all, even though Rita is a well-known villain in this universe and the makeup really creeps me out, she is not really that scary or even remotely close to being villainous. characters. Don't get me wrong, at first the introduction was good. I was shocked and all that, but when I see the real character, it's more to the annoying side than the creepy side. Maybe it's because of the actress or maybe because of the script, but something's off. I just don't see her as a worthy villain. That's all. Another thing is the most obvious product placement ever. This is a culprit. I mean, I never say no to good product placement. Really, it's how the movie industry is funded nowadays, and usually it is a good payout too. I mean, now that I wanted to do a Power Ranger movie, I have to buy a Krispy Kreme. Well, not have to, but to be relatable, I bought it. But come on, come on. To be on top of the crystal that the Power Rangers supposedly protect, to be set at the most serious scene where Billy eventually died, and to be set over and over again in a fighting scene. Also, to have the villain eat the donuts. Krispy Kreme, I really did hope you get some profit out of this, because you almost ruined the thrill that I have for this movie because of your product and brand. It's mind-blowing. In a bad way. It's a good thing that your donut is good though. However, the awful part of this movie definitely covered by the characters and how they were introduced. My personal favorite is Billy. Not only that he's the most loyal and honest, his character is adorable, believable as someone within the spectrum, like how he claps when he knew something exciting was going on, and how he just talked to himself over and over again. I just really adore him. My second favorite is of course the Yellow Ranger, mostly because she tried her best to fit in even though she is an outsider. The rest has their own quirks as well, and all of them meshed together really great in a team. The Alpha is also spot on even though it was a wee bit weird. I mean, the outside is more robotic than, humanoid. Zordon is also good, but as for the villain, like I said, I don't really feel her as a villain. Elizabeth Banks is a great actress, but right now, I just don't think she is fit for the role, even though I can tell that she's trying her best. So, should you watch this movie? If you're looking for some fun, or if you miss Power Rangers, then sure, why not? It's a light, fun movie for all ages, except children under 13. I mean, in my country, the restriction is PG-13. Don't expect it to have a great villain though, because this movie has none of it. And get ready for Krispy Kreme craving, because you might have one once you're done watching this. So, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, as usual. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and click the bell button to know more, to, be notified if I upload something else. And don't forget to eat your Krispy Kreme, because apparently it is good. I mean, I still have 5 of them. I haven't finished this one yet. I'm full. So, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.